That's true. They're taking a percentage. How do you even get one of those?
That's who but I was trying to find out how much she charged for the candle, and they have to go to a marketing agency.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you probably just find some. Like, if you try to write any of these people, they'll have a marketing person, and you talk to them and say, hey, can you put me on too?
It looks more professional, and there's way more. The coach's view is so much better, and all my clients are in one space. My clients are really getting the value out of what I have to offer. So I remember being so nervous to like relaunch my one-on-one, and our launch was like amazing. Like it was absolutely amazing. You guys really came in and supported me, and you know the fact that you had enough trust in me to offer to want to spend money on me and in my expertise, like you don't understand how much that means to me. Because
Oh, hey Blazer, what's up?
decision to make. I used to be someone that was extremely stingy with my income and my money because
Honestly.
I grew up in a house of lack, and I grew up in a space where it was like everything that I owned, everything I had, I owned, and I did that for the sake of not wanting my mom.
I feel like it's not sharing my
my
screen.
or my dad to be able to take anything from me, and you know, again, like, but because of that, it made me very stingy, and so I was never someone that liked to share.
That's crazy.
She's at 40K now, by the way. I don't think she's fucked for.
I'm so grateful that I trusted this process and I put in all this work and I didn't give up on myself when I was feeling really down about this or when I couldn't figure it out because
Oh, I haven't used the Discord in a minute.
you can work so hard towards something and then give up.
Okay.
And you think that you're giving up, that like it just wasn't meant for you, but you might have just needed to keep going.
Let's see.
Making it harder, and that really showed me that I was like, wow, like this was. I kept pushing, and I'm glad I kept pushing because it worked out, and it changed my life, man. So I'm super grateful for that. I'm super grateful for trusting God. I'm super grateful for not giving up on this or you guys or the impact that we're making because I'm giving up on myself.
Oh, I'm
this feeling that I've always had to be bigger than myself. And sorry, not to get kind of emotional about that.
I'm getting a feeling of this, but
You're getting feeling what?
she's selling. I think told her to sell. I think this whole series is for her to sell her training. But in a non-sales way. They're like, listen, you gotta sell more of your thing. So,
But why would they want her to sell more of that? Like, how do they get paid for that? Unless they're getting leads.
I think it's part of the marketing. Like their whole job is to make you make more money. I think part of it is like what kind of content you're making probably also contributes to that. Like, hey, do a series, or hey, try and talk more about your video. Say if you do this, you get more views. Like try to do that more. So I think this is all stuff in that. And I couldn't imagine being a piece of her fitness, but hey, you never know.
What do you mean?
Like I couldn't imagine them being like, you know, since we signed on, we're gonna take 10% of this because you're also building it through this avenue.
You think so?
Listen, people have done worse. People have taken sales from use your face, and you can't use your name nowhere else. And you got charged. You gotta pay your own name. So I would not like. Would I be surprised if it happened?
But then how would she take all those people on unless she starts hiring?
But I don't know who she. I don't know her business model for that. And I feel like she said multiple six-figure businesses, and I'm like, I don't know what the things she does outside of like training. So it's like, what else are you doing that they're making money from? I don't know.
I'm just really grateful. That next year, Gymshark reached out to me, and I was really trying to work with Honor Active, and I was really trying to work with Gymshark, all these different companies, and I was pushing out content, but I was missing something. You know what I mean? I was missing something. I was working myself so hard on my other platforms, and I was putting in all this work, and I wasn't feeling like I was living. I wasn't feeling like I was experiencing life. I'm like, damn, I'm making all this money, and I'm working hard, and I'm doing all these things, but
I'm gonna have to check it later because my phone is the camera.
And this space can feel so alone. It feels so alone at times. And I got a burst of motivation when I got invited to go to Gymshark Lift by Gymshark. They paid for my accommodations, they paid for my flight, and I got to meet you guys. And like I said, like going to those events
aren't grown yet.
The impact that you're having on people. And it re-inspired me and it put the love back into it and it made me
You're
change
really
my
careful on Nita
perspective
Burn, right?
about
Just
social
making my
media.
music
I
and
don't
then
care about
Just Anita
comfort.
Burn.
I don't
somebody,
care about money.
Huh?
I don't
someone asked
care
about it.
about
Oh.
videos going viral. I care about connecting with my community. I care about being someone that they can relate with. I care about my content being relatable. I care about my content being nurturing and loving. And I want you guys to feel comfortable in this space. And I promise you that when that changed my perspective, everything else, like I was like on this one level, but everything else changed because I felt like I got this clarity of the type of creator and the type of
Okay,
influencer
cool.
that I wanted to be. And I was never prideful of the word influencer. And it actually gave me the ick. Like I prefer to call myself a content creator because like I felt like influencer was icky, but I'm like, no, like I am an influencer. I have influence and it's positive and it's helpful and it's useful. Like that's what I wanted. That's what gives me purpose in this space. And so, I was just really Jesus Christ, guys, what the heck? Like I'm in my Leo phase. Yeah, so I it did everything it needed to do for me. So I changed my approach towards content creation and that is when everything kind of fell into place. Like everything that I wanted externally fell into place when I started my purpose on social media is more than just a number. I don't feel like I'm competing with anyone. I don't feel like I'm trying to make more money than anyone. I don't feel like I have to show up a certain way for people. I just want to show up as myself and I want women to recognize that they can be themselves and they can show up as relatable and they can show up as real and still get everything that they want. These brands out there, they don't care about you and I know that. Just like it felt like Crunch. I'm like, these companies don't know me. These brands don't know me. They don't care about me past what I can do for them. And so the only person that I'm going to focus on
It's not the
is
same.
myself and my community. And I promise you, everything else that I've always wanted has come. There's a big surprise that I have that you guys will find out in May. That I'll be sharing with you guys, and it's really exciting. Now, whenever I talk to any other content creators in this space, I always remind them, just like you guys, like you're sitting here sucking these brands, and they don't care. They don't care if you suck them. They don't care. They only care about what you can do for them. And once you no longer have value, they don't care about you. So focus on you and focus on the community that you're building because that is what
Right, because I'm like, oof, that's real
highlight. Like none of that matters.
pessimistic.
There are people on social media who have millions of followers who barely make any money, and they're who have literally close a small amount of followers who make hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year. All right, and that is because they have fostered community, and that's what matters, and that's what's important. When you're in social media, you need to have your own thing. You need to be able to promote your own things because when people are like, oh, social media is temporary. Yeah, social media can be temporary. It can be one of those things that like don't last forever, but that's a choice. And also, if you have your own business that you are promoting, it does not matter. You can say no to deals if you don't like. It doesn't matter the price. If it doesn't make sense, you don't have to do it. But you can tell there are sellout creators and there are creators who are not sellouts, and that's because when you're only relying on the money of brands and companies, that's a lot of opinions. That's a lot of opinions. That's a lot of people that you're gonna have to deal with to make money, right? You feel like you're an independent contractor, but you still feel like an employee versus when you feel like a businesswoman or a CEO when you
Oh, or CEO. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Layla's Instagram.
Oh. Okay, we need a bed. Because I have a worker. Where do you get a bed from? I feel like I could get a bed for free. But let me try. I feel like the hardware store should have a bed. Do they have a bed? Yes, they do. Nice. But I don't have enough on my card. So we're going to go to the ATM. I started playing this game yesterday and I've made a lot of progress. So use the ATM, we're going to deposit. Let's do $500. Because I might need other stuff too. I feel like I should have enough baggies, but I always run out of baggies. Okay. Hello. Let me get a bed. And then let me get like 60 baggies. Do you need any 5 of these. Okay, perfect. And then, now that we have a bed, I don't know where we're gonna put it. I don't think we have enough space for that, to be completely honest. Because the bed is for him. Alright, let's see. Oof. Where are we gonna put a bed? Like, can we still move?
Have your own thing to promote. That's why you guys will never you guys will never see me sitting there something bring I'm like, I'm not sitting there something, I'm not doing it. Don't ask me to do the hauls, don't ask me to post knowledge of the restocks. I only post what I like, what makes sense for me. I keep it real, I keep it 100, I keep it organic and natural because that's what matters. You know, that I don't want to lose your guys' trust. That's something I never, ever, ever want to do. And that means the most to me. You just have to remember that the thing matters. Like, when I'm thinking about myself and my drive and vision,
Why?
Because their heart is in the wrong place already.
What does she do now?
I don't know. She's trying not to say whatever's going on.
Oh, so you think something's going on?
Yes.
You have to start for the sake of not knowing where to start. Because you have to start somewhere. Not to say start in a million times, but you do have to just start somewhere. My family's not financially literate. My dad grew up very poor, and he was also very stingy. And my mom is, yeah.
Oh, okay, so you can jump.
My mom is that. So I paid to get a money coach, a finance coach, whatever you want to call it. And some of you guys might think that's stupid, but it was no different than paying for a couple of credits out of university. Because I wanted to be educated.
Think what's still there?
Hiring up someone to manage money. I'm like that. It's not too hard to scam like.
I felt super insecure. I was like, this doesn't feel real. I feel really uncomfortable. Social media isn't forever. Like, blah, blah, blah. I gotta capitalize now. And, when I was speaking to her, not only did she help me get, explain to me and teach me about investments and, like, the investment strategy that I want to take and, like, the proper things.
Oh, it's kind of laggy.
Invest my money in. She also offered me perspective and a mental shift.
I don't even know. There's nothing I could do about that. That sucks.
I told her how I'm just trying to make sure that I'm good and I set myself and I'm not being dumb or super low. And she was like, Talia, you have to trust your capabilities and your success is.
Oh, it's probably because this. I'm not even really supposed to be playing this because I have a Mac.
And the money that you're making.
That's probably why it's laggy.
Trust what you've done, like whether or not you falling off or you not being successful is a choice. You're right. It is a choice. And she had this amazing affirmation I was saying every day until I really believed it, and now I do really believe it. And I'm so grateful for that because it didn't make me want to spend.
What was the affirmation?
Like even getting this car that I got, I was like, oh, this is like a 2026 goal,
Right.
Now, I don't even see them buy the car straight out. Even though my car was I don't know, for 8 years, dog. My car she's done. She's done. The window wasn't opening, the shocks were broken.
It had gone through so many
different car accidents. Sorry, just go. I'm not a great driver. Not that being a girl makes you bad driver. I'm just not a great driver. Yeah, so I went to go test drive the car. We had already priced it, and I was like, okay, how much do I need to make to comfortably have this and blah blah blah. And she was like, Talia, if you wanted to get this car right now, you could. And I was like, oh, okay, go test drive it. I'm still feeling uncomfortable with that because I'm like, I don't want to look silly or stupid buying a new car.
This is new generation, I'm telling you.
In terms of what?
It's like
my car broke down, and then I took that from the side. I took that as a side.
They scared to they don't want to be seen as having money, but they want to make money. But they don't want you to know they have money because money is bad.
Yes, money is bad.
But they want to make a bunch of it.
No. It's bad. It's
but
bad.
It's bad for you.
It's bad.
Honestly, listen. They always say that the cycles repeat as far as generations. And I'm like, is this the old people generation where they're like, don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
Interesting. I could see that. I could see that for sure because it's kind of like, it is such a, it's weird because I was going to say negative connotation, but it's more so just kind of like, yeah, you don't want to be seen as the person that has the monies.
Right. But then,
because you're irresponsible.
What do you mean?
You're irresponsible and you're wasteful and you are terrible for the environment and
Who?
the people that have money.
Because you wanted them. You wanted them.
But that's the reason why, because it's like you're gonna go all these places and splurge and do all these things that are not.
That's what you do. I'm like,
But
I
you-
have my issue. I mean, my issue is all of them, but I have more of an issue with someone who has money and then demonizes money. If you demonize money, and you don't have it. That's understandable. You don't have it. You throw rocks at the what they say at the roof or whatever it's called. Like that's what you're doing. I get that, right? You want money, but you don't have it, so you can still argue like, oh man, people with money are so bad. You can't have the money, work for the money, and go, man, money is evil, man, money is terrible, and continue to do things to make more of the money. That doesn't work. That doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. Either you choose to indulge in the money and say I'm gonna buy whatever I want to buy, or you give it up completely and go work where you can make no money and live check to check trying to afford a rent. Like let's do that one instead. They're gonna be like, ooh, I want to do that. I want to do that. That's what they're gonna say. Then they're gonna tell you something like, oh, well, I'm different because my car is electric, and that's why I bought this one. I'm trying to help the environment.
Right.
My
Yes.
jet only flies from here to California. I don't know if other people they fly across the country. I mean the rest of the world. I don't do that. I'll go across the country in my jet. It's like, all right, come on, like what we doing? I remember there was a time with freaking who was it? There was an interview with Bill Gates, and they were like, you are for climate change, but you fly your jet like several times a month, like several times a week, basically. And he was like, well, I offset, but it's okay.
Right. Right. That's the new thing.
It's like what?
That is the new
Like
thing. The
what?
new thing is saying is offsetting it.
That's crazy.
You gotta offset it. So for every
That's crazy.
where am I going? But yes, you have to offset it. That is the new thing.
There's a 4K. Look at that.
How am
You feel it?
Huh?
I feel like I like it. I feel like it needs some color.
I? What? Oh, I think you don't pop out enough.
So I changed it so that I don't pop out enough. Because I feel like the other one, I look too popped out. Where I'm like, I'm not even a part of this picture anymore.
Mm. Huh?
Oh. Our camera should be in every video.
Someone said what?
Our camera should be in every video.
It's not.
I don't know what you mean. Oh, she told you that. Alexis Carter Northern Metro commented on your music video on your channel, saying your camera should be in every video. So you stuff music on your channel. For music. Sorry.
It's not.
For every reason.
I guess it's not. I guess I gotta keep that in mind. On that note, this video is sponsored by Ember Kindle. And if you haven't already, check out the Ember Kindle channel.
And I went and I test drove the car and I walked off with her on the lot and she was right. I didn't need to stress about that and I'm allowed to spend this money. This is my money that I worked really hard for. Again, like it's never that look that I had. I never want to ever come off like that. Like that's
You
not
don't have the car. Then give the car back. And drive the Toyota.
No,
I'll tell you
she
the
can't.
$250,000.
No, she can't give the car back.
How are you offsetting this car? How are you? Tell me right now. I want to know exactly how you offsetting this money. I mean, this carbon emission for this car.
It was
I'm gonna be the
hard.
worst with money. I'm telling you, they're gonna have to. I don't know. I'm not the one. I'm not.
But you know what's funny? But you're gonna be the person that offsets it again.
Oh, yeah.
Like by the time you do it, it's like, alright, it's
Right,
it's cool, right? Look at this, like, oh my gosh, you could do that with money. I didn't even know you could do that with money.
I have 3 houses in the same cul-de-sac for no reason. This was my sleeping house. That one over there is when I
Your
was
sleeping house?
Right, it's my sleeping. That house over there is for going to the bathroom. The house over there is for when I want to eat breakfast. That house down the block is for the cats.
The cats have their own house.
Of course. Why would they not? They have their house. I'm trying to use as much carbon as possible.
He said he's trying to use.
I'm like, well, how else can I buy some cows? I'll go buy some cows in the back.
Real estate was like my main investment strategy that I wanted to go into. But
That's what I had packed these. I got this new packing machine.
Myself, I like the renter's life, and some people are gonna say renting is stupid. You can just use that money towards a mortgage, a whole lot. I'm like, dude, like, but if you're paying a mortgage, like, again, like, nothing is stupid if it makes sense for you, right? Like, if I'm gonna be more productive
talking her shit.
Everyone's saying
She's
it's
like,
expensive,
right,
but I'm like,
y'all
that's
talking
because
about me,
shop
but
more.
in my house, not having a house, but I make more money than you. That's her right now.
You have to
You
spend
don't
money
talk
to
about
make
money,
wealth.
Melissa. You
You
don't
have to
bring that up.
share in the wealth to make
You don't say the word wealth.
People don't understand that because everyone is so stingy, including myself. I was so stingy at one time, and like, looking back at it hurts me. Yeah, I was like, I want to be real estate, blah blah blah, and
I don't like that
I
thing.
didn't know where to start, but I knew I wanted to get into it. And then all along, I have one of my old friends, one of my oldest friends, reach out to me,
Good guy.
and we had been talking for years.
Why does it matter?
I knew it. I knew it was a guy. I knew it.
Why does it matter
I
if it's
knew
a
it.
guy?
I knew it was. I could tell. I could tell it was a guy.
My first love's best friend, and then his mom babysat me and my brother like when we were kids.
I could tell if my voice changed. Something was up. I knew it.
But it's her first love's best friend.
Not even. What is that? Tyler Perry movie? What are you talking about? What are you saying? First love.
No,
My first.
no, not a Tyler Perry movie.
And I think live together. I'm telling you, this is gonna be called Unbroken. That's an undriven,
Oof.
unwealthy.
Unwealthy? No, she has
you'll
wealth.
Call it, right, you'll call it black wealth. That's the name of this. Or you think.
You know Tyler Perry got a whole Netflix series right now.
Yeah, that's what I showed the other day.
Oh, is it good?
I didn't
have you,
watch
like-
it. I went to click it. I'm like, what is this about? And it said Tyler Perry. Turned it off.
That's how I feel too. Where it's like I'm intrigued because it looks intriguing.
It was. That's why I clicked on it, and I saw it was him. I said, oh, I don't want to watch it. It was about a woman who is in business. I believe she loses it all and tries to get it back, but people try to stop her and kill her. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, that's interesting. And I clicked it, and it was like, it started off okay, and then it said
Right.
Tyler
There's
Perry
something.
in a very
So you
skinny
just
type
saw his
font.
name. So
Right,
you
and I
didn't even.
said, I'm not watching it.
I thought maybe something happened.
Nah.
And
then
you
it
was
did
like,
happen. His name came up on the screen. That's what happened. I saw his name and I said, it is not for you.
That video that I was watching earlier with Mo, Ebony said that she had a man there. Right. So exactly. That's what I said. I didn't finish watching the video. Oh no, I lost another.
And everyone like is gonna initially write him off. It's like, in school he was a class clown, so funny, such a funny dude.
Oh wait, I
So
didn't finish
tough,
packing.
So and I was like, and I wrote him off too because I'm like, I
What off who? The best friend?
He's so drunk. And he was a C.
And I wasn't like I was thinking his life's going down, but I just wasn't thinking about it. And then a couple of years ago, and this is before I got
Well, he in tech.
or like
No, he's in
before,
real estate.
I got successful with quotation marks around that. And he was like, oh yeah, like he owns over 1,000 plus properties across the U.S.
Make
Like
some
he is a
bullshit
multi-million.
I don't know what's coming up. I need some bullshit numbers coming. 1,000? I'm not even please.
He can't own thousands of properties.
She's 24.
What does that mean?
How many would you have to accumulate?
How old were you when you bought your first house?
You know? What? You know, exactly.
How old were you?
You're right. But here's the thing, you're forgetting. You have to add 999 more in that time frame, which is what, 250 more per year for 4 years in a row? Stop it. Even just to build, how do you get the money to do that? That's what I'm coming from.
Got successful with quotation marks around that. And he was like, oh yeah, like he owns over 1,000 plus properties across the U.S. Like he is a multi-millionaire.
He's a multi-millionaire. He owns that many
See,
properties.
I knew she liked it. I knew it's something. I'm like, something's going on here. Something is happening here.
What makes you think that she likes him?
Because you can tell when they're talking, and if you just, they don't say the pronoun first. They just like, I met this person, and they be like, he or she, who you mean by they? And if you know, they don't come out. And he does, oh, there it was, right there. That's what it was.
What the? What
So she was slick.
owns over
I don't know what, but he probably
1,000
a girl.
plus properties across the U.S. Like
He
he
might
is a
have been.
multi-millionaire.
You think so?
And I remember, like, I was like, damn, what the, like, dude, I thought it was
Alright,
so
my
drugs.
dealer
I thought,
needs-
like, what's happening here? It ends up, like, he was selling drugs. He doesn't do any alcohol, he doesn't do any drugs, because he feels in a really household as well. It's very abusive, very just awful.
We got bonded?
The reason why he was selling drugs was because it was the easiest way to get capital. Once he got capital, he started a lawn care business, and then
Wow.
he was able to make more capital with that business and get and buy his first
Why is she not saying money?
his first property was renting him until he is. Now he just lives his life. And
You don't say that same word.
he's my
Dirty
friend.
word.
Everything that you can do has been intentional. I just didn't recognize it at the time. And that's because we're so brainwashed to think that the path for them to go on is.
I think.
Well, I'm like, girl, he was selling drugs.
Right. I think he's a liar. And the fact that he sold 1,000 properties, I think he's a liar.
I'm like, girl,
I think he's a liar.
girl, he was. I understand where she's going with this. However, bottom line.
Intentional that he said, okay. But when he's talking about long term,
Oh,
this
yeah.
requires a lawnmower. I need to sell drugs first. You literally don't have to do that. You don't have to. You
He
actually
had
gotta
to do
borrow
it.
a lawnmower
He
and
had
mow
to
it
do
for
it.
free.
He had to do it.
You can mow them off for free.
He
with a
had
lawnmower.
to do it. He had no choice.
That's crazy.
That isn't everybody's path. Like you don't have to take that path in order to be successful.
Everyone don't have the same path.
Honestly, I don't regret anything. Everything happens for a reason. But looking back at it, I'm just like, okay, like, you know, you really don't need to do that to do this, you know? So he reached out to me. He's like, hey, today, like, have you ever thought about doing real estate? And I was like, that's so crazy because, like, we're literally just
So like a
talking about
scammer.
just
Do not trust this man.
don't know where to start.
What? Just because he sold drugs in the past, don't mean that
Why
he's a
would
scammer.
she think that he has 1,000 doors, 1,000 houses?
Because he says
You know how
so.
many? You know how many ginormous millionaires don't have 1,000 properties? You know how many of them do not have that? If every property was if every property was $100,000 that he has, right? Let's see. If every property was 100,000, and you did what 1,000 of them, 1,000 of them, he worth $100 million, Melissa.
Right. She said he's a multimillionaire. That's multiple millions.
If he had $100 million, he'd not be talking to her. Do you know how crazy? You know what's $100 million? Nobody that we ever see on TV. Know what? Alex does not have $100 million.
Most artists don't have $100 million.
Most artists, there are probably 10 ever that had $100 million. $100 million? And this drug dealer lawn care mower dude got 1,000 doors. That's it. She just threw that number out there, so she don't even know, which lets me know where her intellect, not intellect, but where her knowledge is in terms of real estate. Because he obviously he should have said he didn't. There's no way he said that. If he did run, there's no way this man said I have 1,000 doors. He could have said man I had 20. And even do you know how far off you have to be to get to 1,000 from whatever number he probably said? And he's 20. Who has 1,000 properties at 24?
He does. Ooh, the police was right there.
Right at his door.
Upset at that.
Stealing.
Oof.
Was supposed to go on this path with him, and I did. And we were able to close on 3 properties last year, and we closed on 3 more properties now, and hope to close on another 3 towards the end of the year.
Okay.
And,
She got 9
She
properties.
is 900 away from where he was at.
A little bit more is that we bought low-income housing, and so the properties were about like $95K each. It was like
Okay, so that's
85 or $95K each. We bought them outright. I bought the first 3. He bought the next 3.
What's that? What did you get talking?
And then I'm buying the next 3. He's buying the next 3. So that's kind of how
That's
we're doing it.
300K. What you
So
said.
there's no mortgage, and then because it's low-income housing and it's been fully renovated, it's a turnkey. There's no renovation fee or anything like that. The government pays for a majority
I
of
feel
the
like
rent.
you just said that. You said it's turnkey and renovated it.
She said it was fully renovated. It was turnkey.
What you said?
But how you get a fully renovated turnkey property for $95K?
You know where they live. You know where it's at. And it's Section 8, basically. That shit is in Camden, New Jersey. You see the property they live. You know they live
It
there.
was like 85 or 95K each. We bought them outright. I bought the first 3. He bought the next 3, and then I'm buying the next 3. And he bought the next 3. So that's kind of how we're doing it.
What's the point of doing it like that?
And then because it's low-income housing and it's been fully renovated, it's a turnkey. There's no renovation fee or anything like that. The government.
So what?
Why are they doing it like that?
They're in a relationship.
Please.
Because I'm like, why would you do that with anybody?
And then, okay, but he buy the first 3,
This is-
she
this-
the
this
next
is my
3,
guess.
and then, but like, yeah.
This is my guess. Like I said, all this sounds foolish. All this sounds foolish, by the way. This is all crazy. If they own the property together, they can increase the portfolio without putting as much money up themselves individually. So I get to own 6 properties. I only pay for 3. They both-
So that means that they both are on the thing.
that's what it would mean, right? But I'm like, why would you say that they're not both owning the property? Why are you telling me that you bought 3 properties? Why wouldn't I? Unless you are involved in that somewhere. Obviously they're married, and we don't even know.
They're married?
Obviously, because I said, listen, I knew something was up from the beginning. I knew something was up here.
pays for a majority of the rent.
Let me save my new house.
Because it's low income housing,
Hey, we're moving.
it's a turnkey
Now we have to get that stuff from our old apartment and put it in here.
The government pays for a majority of the rent because people have to apply to live there. And so you don't really have to worry about bad tenants because even if they don't pay, like,
You don't have to worry about bad tenants. The government is paying for it.
But she already has 6 properties, apparently. So obviously things are going fine because
Listen, me personally, I would never buy. I don't know. Let me not say that. I wouldn't say I would never buy another property.
oh yeah.
Right. That's a. But I don't feel like that would be my go-to thing for growing my wealth. Would be real
No
estate.
one. Well, let me not say that. That's not true. That's not true.
I feel like that's how I would hold it. That's not how I would grow it.
Right. Listen, yes. If I'm gonna buy a property, it's for my business. Like I'm buying it so that it can multiply my business. I am not buying it to make $1,000 a month. So she spent $300,000 already. And how much is that probably? I mean, I don't even know what she's buying it at. I don't know how many units it is. I don't know this has to be in the hood. This has to, and I'm like, is it one house? Multiple properties? There's only one property. She's probably getting like $2,000 a month. There's no way she's getting that. She's not even getting that. Nah, she's in the hood. Nah, this is a scam. Cause I'm thinking about this, right? Think about this. See, somebody's scamming her. Somebody's getting scammed in this situation. I don't know who it is. If it's her, him, them, together, someone. Where can you buy a fully renovated property for $90,000?
That's what I was saying to you. That's what I was saying.
This is the next thing I was thinking about. Okay, how much did they pay for it? And then how were they able to renovate it and sell it to you at a profit for $90,000?
How much did they pay for it? And what was the other question?
How were they able to sell it to you for a profit at $90,000? That means the house have to be worth. They have to buy the house for $20,000, right? Probably put what 30, 40K in there. That's 50, 60K. Sell for 90, right? What house is $20,000? You can put 30K in and get a house and sell for 90. I don't know what kind of house that is. And sell it for 90? I don't know what kind of house that is. And fully renovated? I don't know what kind of house. And then I was thinking, I'm like, you know what? Maybe in like one of those areas where it's like not a lot of houses, but they have their own land. No, because you're having a Section 8, so it's in the hood. You have to have been buying it in Philadelphia or the hoods of Florida or what's the other place, Cleveland, to be getting a house like that. We've seen houses that look like that. We know how much the prices are for those houses. Ain't no house I ever seen for $20,000. I could put 30K in, and it's a fully furnished, renovated, movable, move-in ready house. I ain't never seen that. I'm about to give a couple years now, but I ain't never seen that.
so just like a rental version of
Okay,
that,
now I have to look up how to do this.
large,
How to
and I asked him like, why
assign. Right. So I'm not the only one that's asking this question. It's not letting me do it. I didn't hear what she said.
Oh my God, this man is single. I thought he was in a relationship. He's absolutely single.
What did he say?
You gotta hear from him.
That and we hope to have a really, really large, real estate portfolio. And I asked him like, why me? We've been friends and had deep conversations for years. And he was just like, yeah, like I just think it'd be really cool, like with us knowing each other so long for us to have something together, And I'm like, damn, dude, like thank you. And it's just really cool, and he's been teaching me, and he's been so supportive and helping me learn, and I'm really grateful for that. And that's just the thing, like I feel like a lot of people don't recognize. They're like, oh, like I pray to God or I do this, and they're like he doesn't, or it doesn't say anything bad.
Listen. When this go left, I hope she don't blame it on God.
Yo.
Have the right names on. And once I started adding meaning and intention to everything,
I'm gonna be
and
honest
vision
with
to everything, that was when I started to recognize that he has been speaking to me my entire life.
I don't even think she even knows about the property.
I was thinking that too.
I don't think she knows about the property because I I don't even think she knows about the property because she don't know how the government of funding works. She doesn't know how many properties he owns. Uh, I mean, I would assume that she's seen them. How you buy 3 properties that quickly? It's not even that it's that quick. It's not. I don't know, man. I don't know. This seems real fishy to me.
Wasn't aware of the message. I wasn't aware of when he was speaking to me because I don't know how to express it, guys. I just didn't put two and two together. That was great and that was amazing. And now, like, when anything bad happens or anything positive happens or anything random that feels random, I'm just like,
Can
wow,
I
like,
trust
he's
girls with
speaking
plastic
to me,
surgery?
guys. He's speaking to me. And it's so clear to me now. It's so clear. And I can give you guys so many more examples of that, but I'm not going to talk about that in this podcast because it's probably already getting really long. So that is how I got into real estate. And then now that I've shifted my
Oh, is that a
perspective for
6-figure
social
business
media,
that
I
she's talking about?
genuinely feel like I can build any platform, any page that I want to, especially because I know that I'm there for the right reasons. And that is so reassuring to me because nothing feels like a competition. I'm willing to take any pay cuts if it offers you guys a better experience. You know, I did take, cuts because I used to push out like 8 videos on YouTube, but I can't do that anymore because my quality just wasn't the same because I was trying to make more money. And I'm like, I can't give the best quality, that I
Right. So
want
you
to
was
give to
was
you
you
guys
was
for
that
doing
considered
that. And
for,
so
for money? Is that what that
realizing
was?
that, like, I can say no to things and that this is my business and that I get to choose what is right for you guys, not what is right for my pockets. Like, changing my perspective towards everything like that has made this process so clear, crystal God. To be completely, transparent and frank with you guys, this past year, because Ariel and I are trying to grow our pages like separately, not because of anything happened, but because she's moving to DC. She is matching in December, and so she'll be moving, and I'll probably be staying in Florida. And so it's important that we both have our separate pages. And like, she got monetized on YouTube. I'm so proud of her. And my Instagram page is growing, and all these things are happening. And I'm like, damn, all these positives are happening once I shifted. And again, like, you're gonna meet so many people in social media who are gonna make you feel less than, and they're not gonna make you feel valued. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, when you're so comfortable with yourself and so confident in what you're doing, and so confident on this path, that you have to make that decision. There are gonna be people who are gonna tell you that they're gonna get theirs. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna do this. But why? Your why, if it is not real, everything that you want is not going to come. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna reach out to these people and you're gonna suck all these people, and it's because you're not there for the right reason. Because you stop doing that as soon as you realize what your purpose is, and it takes time, and it's okay not to know. But don't be afraid to jump into things because you don't know. You want will come. Looking forward, she has like a goodies line. Not merch because merch is corny. Definitely not activewear because activewear far in this space. I promise you, everything that you want will come. Looking forward, like, I would love to drop not merch because merch is corny. Definitely not activewear because women's activewear is really hard to get into, and I want to provide a good product. But I don't know if you guys don't mind for them. Like, she has like a goodies line. I love it. I would love to be able to do something similar, and like, and I'm gonna reach out.
That's not merch.
Probably and reach out to the United and Kai who know a lot about distributions and so on and
That's
so
not
forth,
merch.
on samples. Because I would love to be able to have like a signature collection that I can share with you guys, that has a lot of meanings. I don't want to put anything out there that I don't think. I don't want that. I want something that I can
I
put
don't
out
even know
there
if I.
and feel love into.
Is that what?
Because again, like, I just
Nah,
think
I'm
that
looking
can,
at this. I'm trying to figure out what I have.
things. And so I had someone recently yesterday ask me what their ultimate goal was, and it's
I
not.
don't even
I don't
have
have
weed.
like an ultimate goal. Like, I feel
Clean
like I can take
cut.
this as far as I want to take this. Like, I think some people want to be like, oh, you need to be realistic, or like, oh, if you're not going to be a Timothy Chalamet, or you're not going to be a Samuel L. Jackson, or Vera Wayne, or Brad Pitt, or whoever.
She's trying to be Samuel L. Jackson.
These outlets, but I'm just like, you don't think you can do that, which is why you're telling me that I can't do that. But to be honest, like, I'm sure those people at one point didn't think that the reality would be what it is, but they never gave up. And beautiful thing. That was a very beautiful.
You don't want to hear the
I think it
inspirational
offers hope
speech?
and perspective, and I don't know, something about that is just absolutely ringing me. I don't know, guys. I mean, we'll see where life takes me. I'm still so young.
Yeah,
And all in all, like, I have a lot of hope and that, like, the life that I'm building and that I'm creating is going to be a beautiful one. It's already beautiful. Maybe
What's she posting?
Weekly vlog, girls' night out, plus don't be rude, charcuterie. It's an hour and 40-minute vlog.
It's not like that.
Jesus. Everybody is behind. I mean, they had it, but this guy who does a podcast called Diary of the CEO, he made a new channel called Behind the Diary. This is his life.
What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. I just want to make sure I hear you right.
Okay.
He has a diary channel. A channel that's like the Diary of a CEO. So, where he's recounting his life.
No. That one is a podcast.
Oh, okay, it's a podcast. Okay, I thought he had a channel where he was recounting his life, and then another channel to show you the behind the scenes of him recounting his life. I'm like, that's kind of a lot.
No. I've never even seen this channel before. This is not new, but he just posted them. I get posted every month. Oh my God, am I on the right channel? Yeah, I'm on the right channel.
Jesus.
Why is it showing this? All this real stupid.
21 jump. And I looked down, I seen like me on her phone. I was like, hey, that's me. That's funny though.
Who's that?
The guy that
Both.
Alright, y'all. So we're not here at the Edge 23 here in the SoCal area, as I mentioned. And we got my guy, DeMarcus from the States.
DeMarcus Cousins.
And introduce yourself real quick. What's up, y'all? My name is DeMarcus Johnson. I'm from Georgia. Been moving around the entire country. Just moved from San Diego, California, here about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. And so me and you was just talking about the fact that like the day you moved in here, what happened? The day I moved in was the day of the earthquake. I was here. I sat my stuff down like 20 minutes. And next thing you know, it went crazy. That's quite.
Listen, I'll add Thailand to the list. I have no seats. You getting jerk chicken? What's that?
Who's this?
Yeah.
No.
Well, obviously, I'm big, very big back because I don't know how I heard that.
Welcome to Bangkok, man. Like,
Definitely.
moving in. So, like, also, he was saying, because of the earthquake that happened, a few weeks ago, a lot of the building, the main areas is closed now, right?
Yep. So we can't go into the regular entrance. We're gonna have to walk around the back. So we're gonna do that. And then also you can't chill in the lobby area. In addition, our rooftop is closed because the elevator shaft that was connecting the roof is messed up as well.
Yeah, I know different buildings took, quite different damage. Like, mine is overall good. Everything is open, but I know some buildings took quite a beating. But one thing I think is interesting about you is like, so guys, I just met him. It's my first day meeting him, but
So he was on the kind of the hit series on YouTube called Pop the Balloon, and that's where I first I seen you.
I'm not really a fan of your jeans, I think.
They be like that.
I feel
And I
like,
can understand
but
that.
as long as that's your style, then that's your style. I ain't knocking it.
I have a
think I'm
friend.
just not a fan of them.
My friend told me she didn't like my jeans.
Really?
But these were cool.
As long as you like them.
That's funny. Now you're here in Bangkok. He's like,
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's kind of.
He wasn't like living there from before.
Nah, he was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and he got all them problems in his apartment.
No, they still had an earthquake. Like you say, he moved this into the earthquake.
Pop the balloon because I tried to, I'm trying to build my travel YouTube channel. People be like, I know you from Pop the Balloon. And I'm like, man, dang, you don't know me from traveling.
what's kind of the story behind you ended up here in Bangkok?
Yeah, so like I said, I was traveling all year last year. I was on the road, and I was in Japan for like 2 months, and Japan started trying to upcharge me on the rent. Like I was paying maybe like $1,200 in Japan is too much anyway.
Okay.
But after my first month there, they tried to up it up to $1,800. And this when the Japanese yen was kind of weak, so I felt like they was finessing me because I was an American or whatnot. So I was talking to my cousin, he's like, go check out Bangkok, Thailand. I was like, I ain't never been to Thailand.
Right.
I ain't know nothing about Thailand, nothing about Bangkok. I seen 21 Jump. What was it? The Hangover.
The Hangover, yeah.
Yeah, I seen The Hangover. And when I watched The Hangover, I was like, that seemed like a cool place.
Yeah.
That's all I knew about this.
Yeah.
And when I came, it was just amazing, bro.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And so like now you moved into the Edge 23 here in the Soak area, which is a very convenient area to live in. How many colleges did you look at before choosing this building?
Probably like 6.
6.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gave myself 5 days. When I came here, I got an Airbnb or whatnot. I booked it for 5 days, and I was like, I got 5 days to try and figure out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was fine one.
Word, okay. So like we won't be able to see all of the building guys, but you guys will still I think get the overall kind of, just the vibe here, and like I'll see if I can find maybe some B-roll footage online that already exists of the building or photos.
It's like a little package area.
Yeah, we get to
Use a little package.
yeah, I see, I'm guessing this probably happened during the earthquake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also like this is an employee area, like a staff area, so we don't never see this normally if you come to the building. And this is the elevator shaft that is now it's temporarily out of service still. So this is how we would get up to the roof.
Okay. Did they tell y'all any ETA as to
No.
No.
They didn't give us nothing, bro. And I've been wondering that. I honestly need to ask the security officer, but there's another area you pick up packages. You know, another thing in Thailand, they'll leave the packages out, but it's like people not stealing, trying to finesse. In America, that's dead. Don't leave my package out. This is the little lobby area. This is where you would normally walk into. In case you little vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, see like it's closed. Yeah. I guess some damage happened like up there.
There's still damage on this glass here.
Oh
And
yeah,
there's
I can
damage on
see
the other
the
glass as well, so they don't have to replace all that.
Yeah, that's just come on.
Yeah, man. That's kind of mixed. Shout out.
And you gotta have a key card if you just to get in the building, even just to get into the home premises.
So,
Yeah.
fire?
Yeah, I can see like it's
Oh yeah.
Not that.
I can see damage happened like up there.
Yeah, there's still damage on this glass here.
That's
Oh,
all right.
And
yeah,
there's
I can
damage on
see
the other
the
glass as well,
glass.
so they don't have to
A little
replace
shadow
all that.
effect.
Oh, you. That's.
Wow.
I watched the video on how they do that.
That's not that one.
I know.
Right, but it's fire.
Have you seen the video on how they do it
I
though?
think you should.
Now
Okay.
you mentioned before that you came to Bangkok last year, was it?
Mhm.
And you stayed here for a month?
Yeah.
And what was your mind like when you first got here? Like,
I was overwhelmed. So when I first got here, it was like I didn't know you could all the things available to you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And figuring out what's available to you, it can kind of be overwhelming. And also, the culture is different.
yeah,
And so I was taken aback by the culture and everything. So like the first week I was here, I really didn't talk to nobody too much. I had some friends that came with me and whatnot, we hung out. But as far as some Thai people, I really didn't talk to that many people. I was trying to figure out a lot of stuff. But after figuring out some stuff, it was lit. 7 weeks and stuff like that.
yeah,
I think I partied too much the first week, so my mind wasn't straight. And then because I work overnight.
okay.
So I'm trying to work overnight and party in addition to exploring during the day.
Does he say what he does for work?
Yeah,
So that was my
I mean, he just moved. I don't know. I don't even
It sounds like he got a job,
I think
right?
it's social media. I'm like, I didn't think he was.
Yeah, I was before I came here, I was walking the area a little bit. And yeah, it's like cowboy guys. So like, yeah, we live right next building. This is yeah, right. Yeah. Reason we can't see many of the amenities because of the guys. We're gonna start wrong, and here we are.
A little one bed, one bath. You know what I'm saying? I can say I had a studio in San Diego, California, and I was paying $2,100 just for the studio.
Man,
In addition to the price on that, you know, utilities and all that, I'm spending about $2,800 just on living.
so how did that studio in San Diego compare to like as far as size wise?
Size wise, it was smaller still. It was still smaller.
That's interesting to hear that.
Didn't have a wall.
Because many people that watch these videos, like, you know, like obviously condos are small, but you have to take the context of price you're paying and then like the value you get. So you guys just heard from him that he had a studio and he was like, I don't know how much you're paying here yet, but it's $2,100 in San Diego for something that didn't even have a wall. So this is kind of considered a one bedroom. Well, basically it's a one bedroom, but it's a studio in the States. Y'all can see. Yeah, I mean, like this is a typical. It's what, like 35 square meters? 35. Yeah. Yeah, nice little setup though. Like I think for the smaller room, I still like the way it's laid out.
Yeah, they have a lot of storage on these walls and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get some more hats and fill up that hat wall.
Little kitchen area, standard size. You might get cabinets and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah. So I see plenty of storage. I could design it. I could dark the thing honestly.
Yeah, it was
Different
cool.
textures and that.
I was turning lights on for you, bro. So you have a little light. I like the vibe in it too. That's the main reason why I get it. I've seen other ones in this building too.
Yeah.
And they didn't look like this. They didn't have all the little extra, storage. Total storage. Yeah, so.
No, I mean this is good space, especially for
Definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a
guy.
investment.
So we're going to you want. Does this one like pulls out or is it just?
Yeah, that's a little futon.
So yeah, futon couch.
I don't know
Desk
about
area.
that.
I know you mentioned you work at night. What type of work do you do?
I'm an account executive. I work in software sales.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I
account
work for
executive.
the third shift. I'm happy, my company let me do it.
Yeah.
I don't think they're doing the same thing. Yeah, we're in
I work
IT.
in software
Who?
sales.
Wow. Okay.
The other girl that was like
So yeah, futon couch.
Oh, I guess that makes
desk area.
sense.
Yeah.
I know you
'Cause
mentioned, you worked at night.
They
What
working
type
with
of
us.
Right.
work do you do?
I'm an account executive. I work in software sales.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I be working a little third shift. I'm happy, my company let me do it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. That's what's up. And so you were mentioning that I see you have the tie. Let's keep the tie over here.
I'm trying to get right. That's my
So you
class book.
gonna be learning some tie out
Yeah,
here.
I'm starting first week of April. What are we in now?
April.
First week of May.
Word. Okay.
Yeah, first week of May. You feel me? I'm gonna have to retry.
Honestly, I think I heard that you could get a job there real quickly being an American.
Morning practice.
Because you speak English.
You must buck some states.
Oh yeah, I brought two basketball. I got the
Yo, you got the Wilson Evolution ball.
You know
man.
I had to bring it, bro.
This takes me back to my hooping days.
My thing is, they didn't have these balls. They not easy to find in Asia.
Yeah, you can't really find.
That's why I brought it, bro.
Wilson
I
Evolution.
need the Evo.
Man. Okay.
Then I got the outdoor basketball. I still got a pump.
Yeah.
I have to deflate them.
So you hoop for real?
Yeah, a hoop for
You
real.
know what a run for?
I know where a couple runs at Venture Katy Park. They be hooping there. Somebody told me about Soccer Pro.
Yeah, I can put you on some indoor runs.
And then Switch.
Switch, yeah, okay, yeah, you know.
Runs is what you used to do, right?
Places I can go hoop, but right now I'm actually looking for a league.
Okay. Two of my friends.
Isn't that kind of like the tournaments?
Yeah, another one plays like two different
Okay.
leagues. So yeah, I'll put you in there for sure. Pop out here. We got a balcony as well.
Anybody play basketball? That's a lot. Anybody playing 4 or 5 I can play with?
So
Yeah.
I ain't show you this is where the dryer at.
Oh, okay.
The dryer was outside the house.
That's a little dryer. It's a little dusty.
Is this a is just a dryer?
This is just a dryer, but I didn't show you when you came in. This is where the washer at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So also in my stuff in San Diego, no washer, no dryer, bro.
Okay, so I mean,
So here I got a washer,
I feel like he's
dryer. You see
this
this
is
little
the
microwave?
first time.
that is
This
crazy.
actually is the first time that I've been in a unit that's had both a washer and a
And
dryer.
they normally combine.
Yeah, like either like my unit just has is just a washer.
You live in Bangkok?
No, I've been in the units that have the 2 in 1, but they
Oh, so he just found other black people?
No, that's all right. So
As far as I know, they're black,
that was it.
but anybody that
Yeah,
lives
bro.
there is American. He
Dryer
doesn't
on the
know.
balcony. That's actually super clutch.
It's very clutch, bro. And then I got
Dang, I don't
the
have no
microwave,
packing
the
station.
refrigerator. It looks, but it do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you eating Thai food so far?
Yeah, bro. I've been eating Thai food almost every day. I'm trying to say I spend about $2 to $3 a day on the
Come
meal.
on now.
Bro, I'm just that's one of the main reasons why I'm moving here, bro. Because I want to get my mind and my body right.
Yeah.
And in America, it's so hard to eat the right way to get your body right. You feel what I'm saying? And in San Diego, you want to eat. California, you want to eat healthy.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend maybe $15 on a healthy meal. That's one meal. Now you want to go get you another.
Right, it's not even 15, more than that.
If you eat three times a day, bro, you really spend about $45.
And that's if you don't get no drink, no side, no nothing. You just get one.
I don't cook, so I'll be eating out daily. So I'll be literally spending $40 to $50 a day just trying to eat, bro. And it's not even healthy food. It's just like, what can I go get?
Yeah.
So
What's
Right,
the go to out
McDonald's,
here?
my go-to out here. So I made sure the reason why I picked this spot is
What
because
they
it's
call them
centrally
things?
located.
The
So
meal
my
package,
language
police
school
McDonald's, they
is
buy it.
directly across the street.
Wow.
And then
Number two.
Terminal
That shit
21,
like
I go there for cafeteria every day.
Every day, food cheap as hell,
Man,
man.
food so cheap, food so fine, you got unlimited options. And it just be like, bro, like, it's so amazing out here, bro. So, like, yeah, I got my gym across the street from Terminal 21.
Yeah.
Across the street from the gym is my school. And then from the school is the crib. Like, bro, everything in walking distance, bro.
Nightlife is just one stop
Like,
away.
right there. And see, my thing was, too, I wanted to duplex, if I'm going to keep it a bean.
Yeah.
And I seen some duplexes. But the thing about those were, first off, I can tell you what I paid if you want to know what I paid. Yeah, so this one's 22.
Okay.
And it was
22
posted at
what?
26.
Okay.
I was able to talk them down.
22.
That's what I don't know. I don't know what hopefully $22.
But I feel like, is it in US? It's probably in day money.
That's what I'm hoping. I don't know why he would say that then. I'm like, don't nobody know what the conversion rate is. Like watching it. Nobody's like, oh man, that's the 2%. No, we don't know that. What's he?
First off, I can tell you what I paid if you want to know what I paid. Yeah, so this one's 22.
Okay.
And it was posted at 26.
Okay.
I was able to talk them down to 22. And the duplexes that I've seen, they were like around 35. You feel me?
35.
And I was like, man, I really refuse.
So 22 is 22 is only 650.
Yeah.
650 per month.
And actually, the dollar.
Right.
Man, you can't even find a room for $650 a month over here. They might charge you $650 a week for a room in New York. $650? Why is it? Didn't it 22,000? That what you mean? Like, what is the actual currency called? Like, how did he know it was that?
It went up a little bit, so it's kind of like it's a little cheaper than 650 right now. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I seen some duplexes that were close to 1,000, but I can't come to Thailand and pay an American price. That's almost ridiculous. To me. That don't make no sense. And like, I came here to like
1,000?
So that's why I ain't gonna go ahead and drop the band. And ain't nothing wrong with somebody dropping the band, getting a duplex, getting what you want. You know what I'm saying? But like, I got everything I want. It's just originally, I just ain't got no second level.
Yeah. 650. I mean, like, you really can't, like, 650, especially for the area. Because, like, you're in a super convenient area. Like, the area is a great neighborhood. I mean, like, even the street, this off street right here, like, is pretty convenient. You got different bars. You got pizza right in front. You got everything you need. And, like, around the corner, like you said, you got Terminal 21, the BTS line. Which you, like, you're in even just, like, 5 minutes away, you have other great neighborhoods. So you really can't beat the price and the location.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
You can't beat the price and the location, man. This is actually pretty smooth.
I'm going crazy.
Show you guys the views out here. So y'all can see this is look at the neighborhood. Yeah, man. It's nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, nice people up here. So, and y'all can see we're up pretty high. So now I know a lot of people. I talked to some people directly that after the earthquake they didn't want to live as up high anymore.
Yeah.
They moved to low rises.
Yeah. And like, so what's crazy is I reached out to my realtor and I was like, I'm thinking about, going to another spot. And they were like, well, this building had no like structural damage or nothing like that. So if you're trying to leave, you're not gonna be your deposit.
Okay.
And that really pissed me off. But honestly, I was just trying to see if they would be like, all right, we don't want want you to leave, how about we just take the rent down to 19?
Oh,
I didn't ask, and they didn't offer. So when he said nothing about the pot, I was like, I'm good, bro. Don't even worry about it.
So, hey, I tried though.
It got everything I want, bro.
Yeah, I do. Like I said, I love the theme of the darkest colors. It gives me like executive, like luxury vibes. Like I like it. And then decent size bedroom, TV built in on both sides. You know, got the
What's the other
bathroom.
girl in the big ass place? I don't remember seeing it.
Slightly.
He just got here. He just got here. We need to give him some time. By the time they redo this video,
You said you could possibly see the pool here?
Yeah, the pool
Okay,
is
so
open.
pool's open. Okay, let's
With
check it
the
out.
fitness center. as
Okay,
well.
good. Let's check it out.
So as you can see, little work in progress.
Yeah,
If they gotta refill this, I really don't know what they're doing to it.
yeah. Maybe they had to evaluate the service, or whatever.
Yeah.
See, they might have produced some crap. I know, cause like I seen some of the videos when it happened, like different swimming pools was definitely being swayed around, so they could have produced some damage. But I mean, like if the water works here, you guys can tell this is a nice looking pool.
Oh yeah, this motherfucker is hard for sure.
Yeah,
It's hard.
So I'll insert some B-roll if I can find some of this pool at the normal condition of it. But nice. See, pool shower right there and everything.
Yeah, we got this fitness center. I'm not gonna count our fitness center. It ain't got nothing, bro.
Yeah, I can.
Machine, bro.
Yeah, they did y'all a bit dirty.
Yeah, they get it wrong, bro. This is basically the only thing you got for real.
So you got, you can do a little bit of.
That's why I went and got a
Chest
Jets
press.
fitness membership.
Just some tricep extensions and stuff. And then maybe cardio in here and then like.
that was like the gym we had another one.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really crazy. But I mean,
You need some cardio.
yeah. Like I feel like many people who actually work out anyway, like don't be using the built-in gyms.
Yeah, exactly.
Like most of us we go to a real, you know what I'm saying, like a real gym.
I had a good gym back in San Diego. I would use that, but it didn't have a basketball court, so I had a fitness membership.
Yeah. The basketball court gyms is obviously a way more popular thing in the States. Out here,
It's hard to find.
you don't really find gyms with basketball courts. Actually, there's one that I know of that's Virgin Active in my neighborhood. They have a
It's
basketball
on
court.
near that
Yeah,
area.
it's
Man, somebody told me about on that and basketball like a week ago.
Yeah, so in my area, Virgin has an indoor gym, and then Swish is also like in that same area. Like the reason why I chose my building is because we have a basketball court. So,
Okay.
So
Yeah, I seen that on
we have the half court on our roof, so like on our roof. So that's why I chose our building. But I thought I was gonna use it more, but I keep getting injured, so.
I got one. I had one in my old spot. I never looked at that basketball court. It's kind of crazy. The amenities be good to look at, but it's not like they be used.
I don't think it might work a little bit.
No, really.
His legs are bad.
Ken?
Yep. And see one. Yep, that's one.
Sitting there butt naked. You right, you know?
It's a little sunbed area, relax, and then use in this direction.
Laundry room. We got a laundry room. I didn't know
I
that.
discovered anything. Alright, we'll talk in there. I'll talk real quick. So
First,
Oh, I'm gonna tell you about the game happening today.
Yeah.
Like 5 of them were overtime. Like they 2 don't double overtime. It's like Jesus.
What do you even do at that point?
Yeah, just got stuck it out. Whew.
I need some.
You need what?
I need someone to start planting these things for me.
How you start like that? That was crazy. Jesus Christ. How much? 46? He made that? Oh.
After the defender commits incidental contact, there was no illegal contact committed by the defensive player. Therefore, the pass went overturned for a no call. Picking up possession with some 8 baskets, so it'll be Clippers basketball on the baseline. They'll be charged with timeout, and they can advance if they choose to, but they're out of timeout.
So it's a basket for Butler, no free throw. Incidental contact, that would have been the 5th undone, which could be important if for some reason the Warriors force a second overtime is done than defending Curry a lot. He's back to 4 fouls, and the Clippers elect not to advance the ball inbound into the backcourt. And no timeout for the Clippers, which could be key later on. Right? They're out of timeouts now, but again, they took a point off the board. Most likely if Butler makes that free throw, so the right thing to do is try to tie a little, but no more timeouts for this Clipper team. Golden State has 1 timeout left. Winner gets a playoff spot. Warriors will play the Lakers. If they win, the Clippers are going to play different. Loser to the playoff. Leonard drives it. Curry here. Great defense by the Warriors. Outstanding again as Jimmy Butler is hobbling up the floor. He's hurt. He took a knee by Leonard. Oh, yeah, right there. His left knee collided with Leonard's right knee. He's still hobbling noticeably down in the front court. Yeah, he's going to fight through it here. That was a lot of force. They like the 4-on-5 offensively here. Here's Curry. Double. Fires the paint. Underneath. Great open range. Missed the
Yo, what was that, bro?
The Warriors lose. They got to play on Tuesday night. It's a noticeable lift. Do you foul immediately?
Era as far as athletes in media, athletes controlling their own media, like the relationship.
before we recorded
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah,
The
right.
same thing happened today. He has done another supposedly 4D chess move today, which we are now processing.
Which is actually pretty lucky. I am super glad that Trump is making these big announcements on Wednesday
So
morning.
that us, real journalists, can get ahead of it.
Because if he announced them on Thursday, everything we said would be completely out of date. The tariff calculation, we came out with the big board in the Rose Garden and said, this is what they charge us. It turns out that was a mathematical calculation based on basically imports minus exports divided by imports. It just basically said if we buy more of their stuff than they buy of us, then that counts as them charging us a tariff. That's what they did. They used that number, which is again, I think Vic made up, to charge them a reciprocal tariff. But a lot has happened since then, and we're in a fucking different world. So as of today, I say up until yesterday, markets were reacting horrendously. The stocks were plummeting. We're having red day after red day. There was one day where it started green. Everyone said, "Oh, what recession?" And then
Right.
At the end of the day, so it's been bad. And you might have mentioned this off pod or on pod, but one of the theories that has been espoused as to a reason why we might want these tariffs is that if the stock market is crashing, it is going to push everyone to buy U.S. bonds. They're going to go buy U.S. bonds. And when you buy them, it drives down our cost of borrowing so that we can refinance our many trillions of debt. That was one of the ideas espoused by Scott Bessent. Well, in the last few days, the opposite was happening. Our cost of borrowing was ramping up. It was getting more expensive. And it was largely because countries were dumping their U.S. treasury. Japan was a major one. They were dumping. So we were getting a rising U.S. Long bond, and we were getting a crashing stock market, which is the worst of both worlds. So I don't know if this is 4D chess. I don't know what happened, but today there was a big pivot because both those things were happening at once yesterday. Every tariff on any country that didn't retaliate is paused, except for a universal 10% tariff that is still staying on everything.
So everybody still has